on. Now we go take a break down to Walt Disney. As you could see the Mickey Mouse right there on screen with the gloves on for Freemasonry and the bow tie. We go break it down and show you some things, basically the life story that they're gonna tell you about this so-called Walt Disney. And I told you Walt Disney is 33 in numerology. It's a devil coding for their puppet, no doubt about it. And he can't fool the masses no more, no doubt. He put on a whole bunch of fakery on the masses, including with your princesses and your fantasy that they're selling you. You understand? Witches and spells, all of that shit come from the Disney character. You understand? The Walt Disney was a satanic puppet. They push on the masses, even give you the fucking moon landing. All fakery tied to the fucking Walt Disney. No doubt about it. Let's get into this and break him down. The Walt Disney story. Wow, we go get in it.
Hiya, folks. Mickey Mouse.
If you notice, people, this fucking rat right here, they call a mouse. Watch this right here with the ears. You see that? Shaped like the damn number 3. They're fooling the masses. They can't fool everybody. But watch this right here. The Mickey Mouse is very tied, important ties to this Walt Disney because they use this to fool the masses. Of course, no doubt.
Here, you may know me and my pals from some of the films we've been in. Yup, we've sure spent a lot of time in cartoon studios like this one. But good old Walt, he was the best friend a mouse could have.
And a lot of people don't get it. You don't understand. The little kids watch the Mickey Mouse. They want to go to the so-called Disneyland or Disney World. And they do have this puppet right here, this mascot with the fucking suit on. And the kids actually think it's the real Mickey Mouse. Remember, that's what they sell the masses. They sell him on TV. And they also have the character to continue the damn fakery. That's what Disney is about.
He gave me my start, you know. Why, if it weren't for him, there'd be no Disney movies to grow up with, and no happiest place on earth.
No happiest place on earth. That's what they call the so-called Disneyland or Disney World. They're full of shit. They program a whole bunch of youths. And I told you, the fairy and the so-called princesses turn a lot of people gay. A lot of men turn into females because of that. The programming from back in the days they give you in these cartoons. Of course, no doubt about it.
I guess I'd be out of a job. Well, as Walt used to tell the story, it all started in the year 1901 in Chicago.
1901.
When a baby named Walt Disney was born. Pretty soon, Walt's family moved to a farm in Missouri, where he spent the happiest years of his life and had his first experience as an artist. It seems Doc Sherwood...
Call your so-called Walt Disney right here, but I tell you already, people, just a government puppet they put on, no doubt about it. He never just pop up on the masses. They're the one who put him on, no doubt.
This pal of his had a horse he wanted drawn, and Walt, well, why don't I let Walt tell the story in his own words?
I had 2 pals. One of them was Grandpa Taylor, who was a Civil War veteran. And another one was a retired doctor by the name of Doc Sherwood.
An army man and a retired doctor. Let's continue.
And Doc had this beautiful stallion, Rupert. Doc had me come over one time and brought my crayons and my big cheap tablet. And I was going to draw a picture of Rupert for him.
You believe that? Yes, they're bringing a little kid over so he can draw a picture of the stallion right here, the Walt Disney character. You believe it? Yes, build a life for that puppet and the masses. And I told you, when they finish give you a story about them, yes, you're going to fall for it and you're going to love the character. Walt Disney tied to much fakery that you get on TV. You understand what the fake news is about? They're the one who make the fake news. Wow, you never get it. Give you the fantasy and also give you the news. You believe it?
Give you a nickel or something. But this Dave has never seen Rupert so restless. And I was trying to draw him, and I'd get one stick down for a leg, and then Rupert would turn around. Then I'd have from a profile, I'd move around the front view, and Doc couldn't hold Rupert still. So it turned out to be quite a mess, but he liked it. Things got pretty tough on the farm. My dad had a sickness. And they decided to sell the farm. But then he had to auction all the stock and things. And it was in the cold of the winter, and I remember Roy and myself going out and going all around in the different little towns and places, tacking up these posters of the auction. So they sold out, took the money, and they went to Kansas City. My dad bought this Kansas City Star route. You know,
Star route, you hear that? Of course, the star gotta be in there to represent the fallen angels, and those are the people. Put them on. You better wake your ass up. This one tied to a whole bunch of shit that the masses got in their head. The spinning ball Universal Studio give you from back in the days before a man so-called get in space. They actually show you the ball earth already. Why you think the same fucking Walt Disney right here hang out with Warner Van, the same sodomite that so-called invent the rocket and the so-called moon landing, same ties.
That was quite a thing. They gave me a small route. Oh, I must have had 50 customers. I was about 9 or 10 when I started that.
You hear that? 15 customers. Let's go back. All coded.
50 customers. I was about 9 or 10 when I started that.
You was 9.
In winter, we'd go out at 3:30 in the morning right after a blizzard or in a blizzard. In winter, we'd go out at 3:30 in the morning right after a blizzard or in a
3:30 in the morning for your 33.
blizzard. Or in pouring rain. It didn't matter. I did that for 6 years.
For 6 years, which is another coding. And of course, I told you what they're doing, making of a puppet right here. When they give you his story, where he came from, how he make it, you're gonna be in love with the Walt Disney.
It was tough. Till 1917, and moved to Chicago, and I didn't move. In the meantime, Brother Roy had joined the Navy.
See, and most of them always tied to the Navy. Okay, his brother, but let's see if he go join into, because that's how they do it.
I wanted to join it. Another boy, I don't think he's as old as I was, but he looked over. We went to the Navy, and they turned us down. They were too young. Finally, this kid came in to me very excited. He said, "There's something just for me."
Into the Navy, they turned them down because it was too young.
You and I can get in. I said, "What is it?" He said, "An ambulance unit." And so we went down and signed up. And we were on our way to France. And we became replacements. I was assigned to evacuation hospital number 5 in Paris.
If you notice, that's the Red Cross right there they got on all of these shit right here. You see it? From back in the days. And it's still tied to the wall.
Drawing board right by my bunk. So I started painting pictures all over my truck. That old boy I used in a lot of these cartoons.
There you go. There you go with the cross over their head right there. And it's all fakery. Just remember that I tell you, this is all fakery right here. The making of a satanic puppet and push him at the people.
This doughboy with this beady face. I was in Paris, 3rd of September, and Pershing pulled up. In Paris, 3rd of September.
3rd of September. Wow, that's 9-3 right there. Okay? 3-6 is the mark of the beast.
Pershing pulled up. The whole headquarters company left. All the guys I knew had gone. Paris, which had been this exciting thing with all these soldiers and things, suddenly there wasn't a soldier to be seen. And I suddenly became very lonesome. So then I went in and put a request in to be discharged. Then I left shortly after that to come home. So I hit Chicago. That's where my parents were living. And my father said, "Walter, Mr. Strogan, he's got a job for you, $25 a week and all of that." And I said, "Dad, I want to be a week." And my father said, "Walter, Mr. Strogan, he's got a job for you, $25 a week and all of that." And I said, "Dad, I want to be an artist." And my dad, he just couldn't buy this. So I went to Kansas City, and Roy was in Kansas City working at a bank. So I went into this Kansas City film ad company. So that was where I got started in the animation business. The first money that I made, I bought this a motion picture camera called the Universal.
You hear that? He started the Universal right there. Wow, you see how easy? You believe in real life, people? That's how it goes. Let's go back.
So that was where I got started in the animation business.
Yeah, started in the animation business.
Money that I made.
The first money that he made.
I bought this a motion picture camera called the Universal.
So he just buy a camera And he called it the Universal. Okay.
But I wanted to experiment making a theatrical cartoon. So I started experimenting at night. And I worked on a little idea that I had that I wanted to sell to the Newman Theater, the chain of about 3 theaters. So I called the things Newman Laughograms. Well, I was desperately trying to get something that would get a hold, could catch on. So I was thinking if I had something with a novel twist, I might crack the market. They had the cartoons working with the humans. The cartoon would always come off the drawing board and run around in a real room and work with a real person. I said, well, maybe I'll pull a reversal on that. I'll put the humans in with the cartoon. I found a little girl that had been posing for some of the commercial things.
Here we go with the kids. Yes, because I told you people, most of those stars that you see in Hollywood, they pass through the Disney system that they got going on. You never know where they get those kids from. No doubt about it. Kids is their main interest. They want to program the kids. Their target is the kids. When you hear Disney, you know 100% it's kids' time. That's how they do it, people. They want to catch the kids when their brain is like sponge. You understand? Absorb up everything. That's how they do it. That's how Disney come into your kid's life. There you go, you see? There you go, there you go.
But I still couldn't get anywhere with it, and the company began to collapse. There was no money coming in.
And if you know these people, this is how they dress the kids that go in any fucking movie or any cartoon, whatever they got. You see the skirt that he got on? A little girl. Oh, wow. I told you, man, Disney is a fucking wicked place. Just wake up.
There was no money coming in, so there was nothing left but to go into bankruptcy. I failed. But I learned a lot out of that. And I think it's important to have a good, hard failure when you're young, you know? It was a big day, the day I got on that California Limited and came to Hollywood. It was in July.
Yes, of course, it's gonna start in Hollywood. Here we go, July
1923.
July 1923, 7/23, coded again.
21 going on 22.
Now, my brother Roy was already in Los Angeles. Both of us were unemployed. We solved the problem by going into business for ourselves. We established the first animated cartoon studio in Hollywood.
You hear that? They have no job, so they solve that by going to business on themselves, by themselves. It's that easy. Watch the Freemason bricks behind them on the lower. You see that? That's how they do it.
Several years of producing one series after another on shoestring budgets follow. Mickey Mouse came into our life.
He popped out of my mind onto a drawing pad on a train ride from Manhattan.
So easy, just opt out of his mind onto a drawing board. There you go, on a train ride. There you go.
To Hollywood, at a time when the business fortunes of my brother Roy and myself were at lowest ebb, and disaster seemed right around the corner.
You see, it's always like that, people, in these fake stories that they say about the puppets. Yes, he was falling on hard times, and all of a sudden, the Mickey Mouse pop out of his head onto this drawing board, and he saves him.
Mickey's first actual screen appearance was at the Old Colony Theater in New York in Steamboat Willie. I did the voice.
So you need a fucking studio, a movie studio to do this. Get your ass out of there.
Mickey was the first cartoon character to express personality. I thought of him from the first as a distinct individual, not just a cartoon type or symbol going through comedy routine. Mickey was simply a little personality assigned to the purposes of laughter.
By nature, I'm an experimenter, so with the success of Mickey, I was determined to diversify. I had another idea which was plaguing my brain.
Yes, you have another idea. He make a Minnie Mouse. Are you kidding me, people? All fucking satanic shit to program your kids.
It was the Silly Symphonies.
Skeleton dancing around.
It was a series without a central character. With a series like that, I felt it would give me a chance to really develop my medium.
The first this skull and bones right here in plain sight.
That series was called The Skeleton Dance.
Skeleton dance.
Technicolor about that time came out with their 3-color process. I was very excited about it. I had a picture in the work called Flowers and Trees. I finished about half of it in black and white. But I just felt that this color would do so much for the cartoon medium that it was worth doing the picture over.
A lot of people don't understand. You believe that they couldn't do the color from day one? Of course they could. But I told you, that's how they give you so-called technology. They spoon feed it to you. You understand? Bit by bit by bit. Because they have to sell the new ones that coming out. That's how they do it.
Flowers and Trees opened with Eugene O'Neill's Strange Interlude at the Chinese Theater. And fortunately for me, it did hit Flowers and Trees when I won an Academy Award. The first.
You go with your fucking devil shit. They give them in Hollywood right there, your Academy Awards. Wow, there you go.
Cartoon to ever win an Academy Award.
There you go.
Well, the Three Little Pigs followed sometime.
Three Little Pigs is according. Wow, Three Little Pigs, people, wake your ass up. Wow.
In early 33, and we got a very warm reception from the audience. All the little pigs seemed to register with them. And it was the thing we've been working for a long time. Personality out of the character. Individual personality.
Of course, the brick house. There you go, Freemasonry. The brick house right there.
Saw the handwriting on the wall early. Because the short subject is just a filler on any program. I just felt I just had to diversify my business. Now, if I could crack the feature field, I could do things. I had done a little story research on different fairy tales I might do, and Snow White was one of them. It's the same
fairy tales, all fairy tales you get from them, and it's the same fucker that give you the news and sports. You understand? On ABC and also the ESPN networks, all of them owned by this fucking character right here that they put on in front of the masses.
I remembered as a kid, I saw it in Kansas City one time when I was a newsboy. They had a big showing for all the newsboys, and I went and saw Snow White. It was probably one of my first big feature
Snow White.
pictures I'd ever seen.
And of course, what do you see up here, people? That's the ball earth right there. You better wake your ass up. Yes, Walt Disney and them showing that shit from back in the days.
But anyway, to me, I thought it was a perfect story. I had the heavy, I had the prince, and the girls, the romance. I had the sympathetic dwarf.
And like I tell you, they say so much of these princesses, and then know already they capture a lot of little boys, program their mind with this fucking princess.
Things. I wanted to, no doubt about the personality, so I sort of picked. So when I had bashful, he was bashful. I had happy, he was happy. I had dopey, he was dopey. I got voices for everybody.
Look, the floor. It's been swept.
But we couldn't find the voice for dopey. So we said, well, let's let him be mute, you know? Just
See that? And now they tell you that it's the so-called stars in Hollywood, them actors, they use their voice to do it. You see? The Walt Disney just tell you, they just make up voices. It's not real people voices they use. It's computer.
Look, the floor. It's been swept.
but we couldn't find the voice for dopey. So we said, well, let's let him be mute, you know? We just won't give him a voice. That'll make him different. And it worked. We started Snow White sometime late 35, and we had it running in the theaters December 37. So actually, it was around 2 years in the making. We had a big premiere, the Carthay Circle Theater, big, grand Hollywood premiere. All of Hollywood brass turned out for a cartoon. With the profits of Snow White, I built a studio. The studio ended up costing us around $3 million.
All coded. It cost $3 million, of course. And I told you what's going on right here is the devil work, no doubt about it, because I already told you, the Disney has got a lot to do with program your kids. And remember, the government is after the kids. So what they're going to do? Of course, they're going to pump and push the so-called Disney and the masses. No doubt about
By
it.
1940-something, we owned the bank $4.5 million, but I had all these pictures in work. During the war, we did briefing films for the Marine Corps on the landings on the
with the fake wars.
island, and they were all very top secret. We did a heck of a lot of islands I've never heard of. I think we did over 4,000 in species.
You feel like this is how they do cartoons in a world of hurt. Everybody just sitting there drawing. No, that's not how it is. Just computer and print these fucking shit out. That's all they do. Folding the dumb phone.
After the war, there's quite a problem picking up the pieces. I want to go beyond the cartoon. Thought if I could get into the live end, there's things I could do.
There you go.
I wanted to see if I couldn't do something in an educational way. So I sent a crew to Alaska. And I got a group of educators together. We discussed what we might do. And out of it, I came up with this. It can be educational, but don't label it as such.
You hear that? Now he can turn to be an educator now. Yes, educational style from your Walt Disney. And I told you, they give you fantasy, they so-called give you reality, and they give you the nose. What do you think?
So I took the film that I shot about the seals on this island, made it into an entertainment package.
Which is all fake. They give you controlled environment. They have all the animals that they show you in on your Discovery Channel and all of them because they're owned by the so-called Disney.
Coined this title, True to Life Adventure.
Bullshit.
And I wanted enough different types of things that I could do with my organization that I could say I could fall on my nose with one of these pictures, but I had another one right behind it that would hit. So then I started out, and the first one I think I did there was Cinderella. Then the next one on the schedule was Alice, but I had another one coming right behind it. I had Peter Pan.
Yes, and I told you people, not by accident, all this shit scripted. And yes, put the Walt Disney on because they got to program the kids. That's what it is, people. It's a big old agenda, and you sleep on it. The Walt Disney so-called dead now, but the work still go on. Did you see it? They still got their hands on your kids 100% in, and I'm gone.